Hey, if you found this video, then welcome, and make sure you get yourself comfy, get some water, bottle of water, get a snack, and enjoy episode 1 of Cozy as a Rainbow podcast. If you're new to my page, hi, my name is MJ. I'm a disabled and queer content creator. I do artsy content, I do hobbies, Legos, that sort of vibe, anything cozy to be honest. This is a brand new podcast, so if you're watching this on around about January time, then congrats, you're an OG. I plan to do a podcast episode once a month along with my other YouTube content. So this is more of a YouTube series than a podcast because I've looked into doing like on Spotify and things and it's too much of a nightmare. So I'm just using this as YouTube channel series idea thing. In this episode, I'm mainly going to talk about the podcast and what's going to be upcoming, as well as a bit about me so you can get to know the host, really. I'll start with just a brief explanation of the podcast. So it's going to be things from mental health to disability, like chats, as well as hobbies and just like art and crafty chats. So I'm a really crafty person and I feel like it really helps with my mental health. So they kind of align, like they go together in a way. Before I talk a bit more about the podcast, because I'm going to tell you a few categories and topic ideas that I've got, I thought I'd introduce myself a bit more. So my name is MJ Bryn, I'm 20 years old, I'm nearly 21, which is absolutely terrifying. I am based in North Wales and I've grown up here, this is like where I've lived my whole life. I am an artist and I am also a content creator. I hope one day to do this as a job just because I really enjoy it and it's my passion and I'd love to do it like full time once my health is better. Right now my health is awful. I've got autism, ADHD, Tourette's, depression, anxiety, all diagnosed. And I'm in the process of finding out if I've got fibromyalgia, but we're not positive. I've had 2 doctors now say basically, yeah, we're pretty sure you've got it, but we're going to do more tests, and it's driving me mad, to be completely honest. So we're waiting to hear from the pain clinic, which is, I mean, it's only been 7 weeks, but in my head it feels like so much longer. So waiting for that, it's like 28 minimum like weeks until you get an appointment, and I'm on week 7 and I'm going insane at this point. So waiting for that, and like I said, it's a really long process. I'll probably do a video on it, like a podcast episode on it, just because I've got a lot of thoughts and I kind of want to ramble about them. So going on to the podcast and a bit more about it. So like I said, it's going to be an infodump autism related podcast. So there's going to be a few ideas I have. So we have one about mental health, where I thought I would discuss about what it was like when I was in high school. And then we have some crafty ideas. I thought I'd do one to discuss like my favourite art supplies or my favourite crafty hobbies to do when I'm low energy and that sort of thing. For now, this is a solo podcast. I don't plan to bring anyone in because I know a lot of people do podcasts and do like interviews or different things, but I don't plan to do that. I'd rather do it as a solo thing for now. We'll see what the future brings, but I highly doubt it. I'm not great working in a team situation, which I am trying to work on. I'm starting doing some volunteering with a local charity, and I'm hoping to be able to work on my team skills with that. I might even do a podcast episode about volunteering. So I've done a lot of volunteering in the past and I'm starting up again because I did have a bit of a break due to health, but I'm hoping now I can do it again, slowly start building it up. This is only small amounts that I'm doing because originally, like my first ever volunteering I did was in a charity shop and I was doing the till, stocking shelves, that sort of thing, and that was great at the point, but then, you know, health got bad. And then I did a bit more for another charity, and then that had to stop. To be honest, communication wasn't too good with them. I'm not going to go into details or say any names, but yeah, wasn't the best. However, now I'm volunteering for a charity which is really close to my heart. I've been doing things with them for the past 2-3 years now, so I'm excited to be doing that. Something you'll notice a lot in these episodes is that I tend to ramble and like go off topic sometimes, and I do apologise about that. So back to what the podcast will be include, like different ideas I've got for it. I don't have a plan for February's podcast episode yet. However, I do for March because it's my birthday, and I plan to talk a bit about turning 21 because when I turned 18 I was so stressed out, and I am for my 21st as well, but I would like to discuss a bit about my mental health and how nothing has changed, because I know realistically when I turn 21 nothing will change. Like, it's a new day, and I think once that day has been, I will be so much calmer. I'm planning to spend it in Manchester with my dad. We're going on a little bit of a birthday trip, but hopefully I can do a vlog for that as well, so that'll be a separate video. You might be wondering, why am I doing this podcast? Well, honestly, I just want people to be able to feel like they can relate to something or someone even. I know how hard it can be to feel out of place and be like, there's no one out there like me, and I think somewhere out there someone's going to listen to these podcasts and be like, hey, that's me. And that's really what I want, is just to make someone feel like they're not alone. So that's the point of this podcast. I would love for you to use the comment section as well. Like, if I say something and you're like really interested and you want to info dump yourself, like, go for it. That's what this comment section is for. Seriously, like, if I'm talking about, for example, my favourite art supplies, and you go, oh, I like that art supply as well, info dump about it, give me your own like review and things. I'd love that. This has been really short, but it was just kind of like the introduction to the series, the podcast, so I'm going to leave this one here, but so much more is coming. So a few other plans that I have, which aren't for the podcast but are for my YouTube series, is I did a series last year where I did 25 crafts for 2025, and I plan to review for that episode, or that series even, and I think that's coming out next month. I also have a 2025 scrapbook review, so I did a memory scrapbook, so there's going to be that. I also will be doing how I track my life in 2025, which I did in 2024. Well, I did it in 2025 of what I tracked in 2024, and that's going to be exciting because I have like a box this big full of folders and notebooks and collages and junk journals, so that's going to be really fun to go through for a video. As I mentioned before, I also plan to do a video for my birthday, which hopefully will be in Manchester, but we'll see how my health is, because right now it's crap, let's just say that much. So hopefully by then things will get better, but we'll see. So yeah, there's a few ideas, a few plans. I'm working on TikTok content, Instagram content, YouTube content, so make sure to keep an eye out. Make sure to check out my other accounts as well. Thank you so much if you're listening the whole way through, or even if you just listen for a little bit. Thank you for being here. Hope you're well, and yeah, I will chat with you in my next one. Bye.